Hey, what is up, YouTube? Andrew Rooney here, full-time drummer and drum teacher based right here in Auckland, New Zealand. We have got a PayPal request from my friend Peter. And now I promise that's the only time I'm going to do that on this video. Anyway, hey dear Andrew, it's Peter again. Hope you're doing well. I really appreciated your last reaction. Sorry to tell you that Mariko is indeed an excellent guitarist. And also a keyboardist. He also plays a little bass. No, he doesn't. He has an impressive guitar collection, some of which are priceless collector's items to make Guthrie pale. Oh. This time I suggest you go a little bit deeper into Mariko's world. A recent song featuring the talented Mariko Muranaka on cello and Randy McStine vocals. Enjoy. Peter Mella from... Now you're doing the France thing. So this looks like it is a Mariko MINNEMANN song that he's composed. It's Mariko MINNEMANN Last Days of Summer featuring Mariko Muranaka and Randy McStine. Let's check it out.
You look different, the words that were just said. I know you like a best friend that I've never had. Should I think of you? There's no remorse, no anger, no more grief. Just bittersweet relief.
Bass is crazy good.
How did we get by?
Everything is.
Last rays of summer.
He does play everything. Got a nice little beer sitting there for the recording.
So what's the difference when everything is done and said? The sweetest song inside my head. And a year went by, mostly full of lies.
I'm stunned. I don't even know what to say.
Last rays of summer.
Oh my god. An electric cello? Dynamics are beautiful. That snare work, those hands. Great displacement and the comping on the drumming here.
friend? Would you like to be my friend? I guess I wrote this song for you.
Great vamp. I'm loving this extended vamp. Yeah. Could go forever. Double time, nice. Written and performed by Mariko MINNEMANN. Man. Wow. Vocals sounded great too. Love cello. Love cello. If I scroll down here, guys, you'll see that I am subscribed to Mariko. Original video link in the description of each of my videos. Please do go along, check it out. That was very beautiful. I absolutely adore that. So my worst fears have become reality. I brought this up on the last Mariko video. I came up, that he plays other instruments. And I said, look, there's no way, no, please don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that. Anyone who is this good on the drums, I don't want to hear that they're amazing on the other instruments as well. Because it can make you feel very insecure. Turns out, yep. He's a multi-instrumentalist. He's a musician. He's a great musician. He's not a great drummer. Well, he is a great drummer, but he's not just a great drummer. He's a great musician. And that brings me to a point that I have made on other videos. All the great drummers are great musicians. Pause for dramatic effect. And someone's going to say,
haha, but this drummer over here, he doesn't play any other instruments. He just plays the drums.
You can still be a great musician and just play drums. So there's drum stuff, musician stuff. It's okay to bring your drum stuff into the musician world, but what you select to play, if you've got a lot of facility, if you've got a lot of access to ideas and chops like Mariko MINNEMANN or someone at this level, it can become, well, what do I play? And who's telling you what to play? Often nobody, right? Sometimes a reducible, but it's you, right? It's your musicality. That's where this is where everybody goes wrong. This is where everybody goes wrong. People think they can practice their way to becoming a great musician. You can't. You cannot. You play your way to becoming a great musician. Jojo Mayer talked about this at his drum clinic. He said it overtly that you do not get good by practicing. Challenging concept, people are going to hate on that and say, well, this guy... You do not get good by practicing. Practicing is a given. You know, at this level, you're obsessed with music. You're practicing all the time. Practicing, playing. Two different things, though. Anyway, sidebar from that, let's move on to another point that I just thought of while watching this. And I've also brought this one up on different videos. When I was at jazz school, try and talk about this as concisely as I can from memory. So a couple of the professors at jazz school were also, you know, some of the busiest working players in New Zealand, in the whole country. And they would often be doing, you know, TV shows or big gigs here and often they're regularly playing, as well as mentoring and teaching at the school. Now, there was one big gig where some of the teachers got together and formed somewhat of a supergroup, I suppose, and played on TV, a TV show. And most people would have completely missed it. It was on like a morning TV show, kind of like a one-off thing. Anyway, long story short, it was amazing. You know, you ever seen that show, The Voice? And whether you like the songs or not, or whether you like the format of the show or not, you can't help but go, oh my, the band is incredible. And it was similar here, right? And I remember talking to the guy who was playing keyboard. I'm not going to name him, name and embarrass him. I was talking to the guy who was playing keyboard, again, one of the teachers at the music school. And we got talking, we got pretty deep. And I said to him, how did it sound that good though? Like, I know you're all great players and you had great singers and everyone's incredibly competent on their instruments. You all learnt the songs. Yeah, I know all that. But how did it sound that good? And he said something really important. He said, everyone up on that stage, he said, yeah, that was fire. Like, you know, it was just a great performance and great band. And he said, everyone on that stage is a great musician, for starters. Not a great guitarist, not a great drummer, keyboardist, great musicians. He also said something else very interesting. He said, you'll also notice that everybody in that band is in their own right an arranger and a musical director and a producer. So they've got this really analytical, high-level, zooming out, overhead view of what's going on and what's required. So let's say I'm just a drummer and I go and play a gig and all I'm thinking of is the drums and playing cool drums and, oh, wow, I did a really cool drum fill. And that's not it. I mean, that's sort of beginner mentality. I'm not taking pot shots at anybody. You need to go through these phases of really honing in and concentrating on your craft. At this level, at the example I was just talking about with the teachers from music school forming the supergroup, this is the difference. This is the difference. They're not instrumentalists. They're not phenomenal players on their instruments. They're phenomenal musicians. They have got a production brain. They know when to play, when not to play. Oh, add that little bit in here. And it's not they're not overly thinking about, oh, should I do this, get on the guitar. There's no real thought like that. It's like breathing for them. It's like talking. If you learn another language, there's a difference between learning the language, being able to talk, and even understanding parts of that language, That's a big difference to going to the country and being mistaken for a local. Huge difference. And that is the conversational nature of being a great in the moment live performer, where it's comfortable. You're all talking. It's just maybe like a 3 or 4 or 5 way conversation on the stage where it's just, you're just talking. And it's not like one person in the group has got a weird accent or doesn't fit in or doesn't understand what the other people are talking about. And this doesn't need to be the case on the drums either. And another point that I'll always stress to my students, there is no reason for the drummer to be the only person in a band or an ensemble who doesn't know what's going on musically. I'm actually very grateful that going to music school, we were forced to play other instruments like piano and, tune percussion, marimba and whatnot. Now, I'm not saying I'm a great pianist, because I'm not. But it was valuable to get at least a little bit of insight and go, oh, I can hear those chord changes now. I know when a chord change is coming up. You get a bit more of a, again, overall, zoomed out overview of what is happening and what should be happening. Yeah, this is an extended rant, so I probably should leave it there, but I'm pretty passionate about that. Yeah, I just don't feel like the drummer should be the only one in a group who doesn't know what's happening. There's no need for it. It's just not a musical approach. That's a drum head approach. How fast am I playing? How loud am I playing? What sort of gear am I using? No one cares. I mean, I've done all kinds of level gigs with amazing musicians and not so good musicians. No one cares what drums I'm using. It's like, that's drum stuff. How much is your drum kit worth? Well, does it sound good? That's the real question. Does it sound good? Do you sound good? Are you making it sound good? Anyway, getting fired up. I better calm down on the old coffee. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Please do consider subscribing. And remember, if you have a direct reaction request that you definitely want to get on this channel, the only way I can guarantee a request is via the PayPal link. I do also have a Patreon. It's just $5 a month. You get access to the blocked videos. And remember, you, as a subscriber of my channel, you get access to a full and free 30-day trial over at DRUMEO. Go get it. Until next time, keep chopping wood. Take it easy. Ciao.